It's Madden NFL 24. And coming up, we'll see the workhorse, Jonathan Taylor. He comes into this one second in the league in rushing with an eye on becoming #1. It's the 49ers and the Buccaneers, next on Madden Football.
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. They'll be led out by someone who needs less introduction than any player in the league. A Super Bowl champion, the league's most valuable player for a second time, Patrick Mahomes.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stand an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
Traylon Burks, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. You look at this Niner defense. They were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
Have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw. They ended up getting 4 sacks in the game, stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire time, made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield.
And that's what they told us this week, that pressure on the QB is key. Throwing is Mahomes on third. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
It's a gain of 10. And the Buccaneer first down.
Mixing up the middle. To about the 40-yard line. The numbers for Mixon last week, 2 trips to the end zone and well past 100 yards.
And going back and watching the film, we saw every kind of run from him, didn't we? We saw some power, we saw finesse, we saw speed, and what I love the most, he finished each and every run.
Here's a 2nd and 8. Mahomes going to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A gain there of 21 yards. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And the Niners are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 21 carries, 114 yards.
Just an excellent performance from them on the ground last week, and that speaks to an offense that is operating at a high level on all fronts. Of course, that man running the ball, he's just seeing the field so well. But don't forget about his offensive line. They've really asserted their will out there and are confident they can repeat it again this week.
More muscle up front for this 2nd and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there. They fake the handoff. Now Flacco to pass. And that is incomplete. Well, this defense for the Buccaneers, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
That is caught. Touchdown! Adam Thielen, his first touchdown on the year. And the Niners use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Nixon elects not to return it, and this comes out to the 25. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now it's Mixon running right. And now off to the races down the right side. And finally they get him to the ground, but it's all the way down at the Niners' 31-yard line. A big pickup of 38.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice game there. They go play fake. Mahomes under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Micah Parsons in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. They'll set up a throw. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it. After the penalty, it's Mixon. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
Mahomes looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Bucs first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Again to the big tight end, George Kittle. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. George Kittle, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And we are tied at 7. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it all ends with a George Kittle touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Here comes Jonathan Taylor and his teammates. A tough challenge here in this one. We'll see if he can duplicate the numbers on your screen that he put up last week, up over 100 and a touchdown.
We were watching tape to prepare for this game. One thing you noted that I totally agree with, great complimentary piece in the last game. You know, they're able to throw it pretty well. He ran it exceptionally, and they hope to continue that same formula in this game.
Complimentary with an E, not an I.
That's my English teacher right there.
This one complete to Mecole Hardman. It'll be a gain of 5. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards.
3rd and 10.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. 3rd down. Flacco needs a decent chunk of yardage. Catch is made by Hardman. And he's going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 1st and 10, Taylor now. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 7-7, our score after 1. The 49ers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Flacco off play action. Throw over the middle into the hands of the tight end Parham. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Flacco throwing quickly out wide. So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Throw left side on target to Thielen. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. On 3rd down, here's Taylor. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Jonathan Taylor, his 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Nixon elects not to return it, and this comes out to the 25. Back now comes Tampa Bay. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in 1st place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that 1st round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 47-yard line.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. There again is Cooks, complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. They go play action. Now Mahomes under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Micah Parsons. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this 1st half. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. To throw, it's Mahomes. And his throw here is incomplete. Well, that's a perfect example of how he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's game. He is just all around the football right now, isn't he?
That he is, and it's funny because I talked with the coaching staff about drills that they do in practice, and one of them is called matching hands, and as soon as that hand is launched by the quarterback.
Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Logan Wilson in there to drop it for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. Gets it away, and I don't think Peterson will get a chance to touch this one, angling for the sideline. Here comes Jonathan Taylor and his teammates. He's over 40 yards here in the 2nd quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Flacco to throw again on 2nd down. Oh, going deep here for Taylor. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. Get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 62 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
And the Buccaneer first down.
Back to Mixon on 1st down. And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. The tackle there by Patrick Peterson.
It's 2nd and 8.
2nd down and 8. Once again, they run to Mixon. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on 1st down quickly negated. Now here's Mahomes. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and pump the football.
A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. On the counter, it's Taylor. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
On 2nd down, Flacco to throw. On the throw, let him too much time. It's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Escaping the pressure right. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And now what the heck is this? A punt formation from the red zone? And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. One more drive here for the Buccaneer offense in this first half. With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range. And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. And into the end zone. A pick six for the 49er D as they score a touchdown. Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick six.
And, Brandon, how often do we hear offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In case of a defense, they wanted to end with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
Extra point right down the middle, and it's now 21-7. The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
One more drive here for the Buccaneer offense in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
Mahomes' throw pulled in by Kittle.
The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. From midfield, here's Mahomes. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today.
And the 49ers are going to take over here up near the 40.
Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offense coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field. So play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more, but a lot of it depends on the scoreboard. They may have to keep throwing it.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end.
Past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the third quarter.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Now here's Johnson.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
So here are the Niners to take over on offense. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10. Flacco. This caught left side by the tight end Parham. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor. Down the right sideline. He may go. Jonathan Taylor.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Jonathan Taylor
with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the 49ers are able...
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. His throw incomplete.
Well, I have to admit, I'm scratching my head a little bit here trying to make sense of what I just saw. Number 1, huge lead. Just kick the extra point and be done with it. Number 2, if you are going to go for 2, just line up and go for it from the 2-yard line. Why make it so difficult? That's a long way to go to try and pick up some points.
Well, not one you see often there as he fails to keep it between the sidelines, and that is a penalty every time, and going to give this offense better field position.
And it's every kickoff guy's nightmare, isn't it? Because you don't see yourself doing this, and most of the time you don't. It's absolutely a mishit, and now your team pays the price. Bad field position for your defense.
Here's 2nd and 10.
At the 41-yard line.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes.
This one downfield to Burks. He's into space past the 25. He's still on his feet.
Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Traylon Burks.
59 yards.
And the Bucs are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that cuts this lead down to 13. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And a pretty poor return as he will dive to the ground to give himself up.
And the 49ers settling in for their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10.
Operating off play action, Flacco.
Across the formation, Hardman gets a completion.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one goes for 24 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Up the middle, here's Taylor.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Flacco looks to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum the other side is starting to gain.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. And Tampa Bay trots out there now.
A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Mahomes. It's caught left side by Cooks. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. That'll give him 60 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down.
Hey, 43, 15.
Mahomes going to throw. This one caught by Kittle.
Room to maneuver at the 35.
And finally marked down at the 23. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 42 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. This is caught. Touchdown. Keenan Allen. 23 yards for the touchdown.
And the Bucs have got it back to within a score.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead will shrink to 6. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off.
Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled it to 20. The 49ers ready to set up shop again offensively. Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead.
Taking a deep shot here for Hardman.
And that's going to be incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Here's Flacco.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. So, my goodness, I would have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
That'll give them 8 that time, and it'll be 2nd and a couple. Throwing now is Mahomes. And that's incomplete.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. But for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on it, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. It's 1st and goal after they rip off a solid chunk of yardage in the ground game on a risky 4th down call. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown.
Gabe Neighbors,
a 6-yard touchdown run.
and the Bucs take advantage of the short field and finish it off with a quick touchdown.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that will put them on top here in the 3rd. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off.
Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
And San Francisco gets set to go here.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, so there he goes left side.
Down the left sideline. How about this?
And all the way down to the 17-yard line.
177 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Well, he currently stands 2nd in the league in rushing, and runs like that are a big reason why. Heck, runs like that might get him to 1st.
And when you've got goals in front of you, if you're 2nd and you want to be 1st, that type of running gives you something to shoot for and hopefully attain.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
A 3rd quarter now, a 1-point game as they line up 2nd and 10. Again, it's Taylor.
And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown.
Jonathan Taylor,
his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 11 on the year.
And the Niners have answered back with a 3rd quarter touch.
Left sideline, a dime, and it looks like he's got it. And this will be caught as they convert here for 2. The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go.
Keyshawn Nixon now on the return.
Now a hit and a loose football.
But it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And they'll be at the 18-yard line. Great field position here in the red zone.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10.
And that's just a solid, good physical run there as he motors for 9 yards.
Line of scrimmage, the 9. 2nd and about a yard.
Setting up to throw, Flacco.
They'll set up the screen to Taylor.
Touchdown for the Niners.
Jonathan Taylor.
A 9-yard touchdown grab.
And the Niners get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it.
Quick throw there is incomplete.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare them to do that? What was
maybe
that?
they saw something on film, but do you see something on film opposed to try something from the 15 on a PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hold, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. Connects with Kittle underneath. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Inside handoff to Mixon.
And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing is Mahomes on third. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. On the return is Peterson. And a pretty poor return as he will dive to the ground to give himself up. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory.
A carry by Taylor to start the drive.
And able to give one man the slip there as he works his way forward for about 3.
Here's 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Flacco off play action. Catch is made by Hardman. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Flacco. Lets it fly for Thielen. And this one is incomplete. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield.
Wow, 213 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season.
Flacco from midfield, dancing to his left. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
They'll air one out deep from Mingo.
And that is caught at the 10-yard line. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Once more, it's Flacco. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need.
And the Buccaneers are right back in this football game. So a good drive with a bad ending, Charles. They move it down the field well. Cannot finish it off, though, as it's intercepted in the end zone.
Deflating, that has got to be the word here because
he's by himself. Keenan Allen. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 46 yards.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. 25 yards that time. Here's Mahomes to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And a nice pick up there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line.
3rd and goal. And keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory.
And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. George Kittle, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And the Bucs have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
The PAT good. It would draw him closer, but hold on just a second. A flag is down on the field.
Roughing the kicker. Defense.
Well, Charles, they're trying to protect this lead late. Those are the types of mistakes they could afford to go without.
About the last thing you want to give them is help in completing a comeback, which is exactly what that penalty does.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
He'll dump this off to Taylor, complete.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Running straight ahead, Taylor.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. That one a first down pickup of 8.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor.
Trying to barrel up in there, but I don't think he got it. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. The way he's throwing the football today, I'm also surprised when he doesn't complete a pass like that there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions, and that means the guy's going out for cover.
But he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Mahomes
Steps away to his left.
connecting with Mixon.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
That's going to change things in a hurry. That shortens the field considerably, and now they're on the move.
Mahomes will throw.
And Cooks hands it over the middle.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. Mahomes to throw it. That's to the veteran. It's Robert Woods. Now second down and a few inches. Here's Mahomes. That pass taken in by Burks.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter.
Mahomes.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now. Mahomes. Looking for the out route. He's got it. Complete to Kittle.
They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
He's got his target. That's complete.
The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
Well, this offense still has the one timeout here, remember. 1st and 10. He'll drop this one down to Mixon.
The Bucs forced to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game.
Mahomes.
Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
With no timeouts left, that's a dangerous position. Work in the middle of the field. Fortunately for them, that one fell incomplete.
Back to throw, Mahomes. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. And a great game comes down to this. Time for one play, and they've got to get it in the end zone.
I want every cover guy out
make a play on the football. So whether it's nickel, dime, quarter, whatever you want to call it, I want 5, 6, 7 guys back there.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up